Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 245. So basically in today's video, we will also continue with the application of union. What we will do is we will do one scenario. So let's say the client is asking you to find out the top five industry and for the other industry, just do a summation of it. Okay. So we will understand how we can do this with the help of union. We just need one data set, but we have to break it down in a separate way. Okay. So firstly, let me just write down very quickly. Okay. And I will help you to understand the requirement in case it is not clear to you by whatever I've mentioned. So if this is the requirement, display the top five industries and display the rest of the industries as, let's say, other industries. Okay. So display the top five industry and let's say I would say in terms of count. Okay. In terms of number of records. So display the top five industry in terms of number of records and display the rest of the industries as other industries. So let's go to the Analytics Studio. We will open that particular data set, which is related to account. So we will open this particular data set, that is recipe account data set. Okay. I will very quickly walk you through what is the requirement of the client, and then we will solve it. Okay. So let's say I go for industry and here I go for count of rows in descending order. So what my client is saying is that, hey, display me the top five. So in my case, what is the top five industry? It is energy, apparel, technology, banking, and insurance, right? These are the top five industries which I have. So the client is interested to see the top five industries and it should display the individual count of it. Okay. However, for other industry, what the client is saying is just, ensure that you do a summation and just display it as other industries. So for example, manufacturing, engineering, whatever is the count, like 63 plus 62 plus 68, whatever is the count, you display as other industries. I'm just interested in the top five and the rest of the industry should be displayed as other industries. So that is the requirement. Now, how to go about this? Okay. So I hope that requirement is clear to you. Now we will try to do it. So energy, apparel, technology, banking, insurance, all these five will come up as it is, but from manufacturer to this null, the summation will come up as other industries. Okay, I will do a summation, it will come up as other industry. So let me jump back to this SAQL. Now, up till here, everything is fine. We will utilize the function union, of course, as well as we will also utilize one function offset, which I have explained you as well, okay, in one of the sessions. So let's say I write this as q first equal to load this one. Okay, I'm loading the recipe. I'm just naming it as q first. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is up till here, I know if I give the limit as 5, it will display the top 5. Okay. So if I run this query, and of course here I will just write q first. I mean, for displaying the top here, I never had to mention that q first, but I displayed this variable q first for the second part. Okay. For q, that was not needed anyhow. I mean, for the top 5. So as you can see here, I'm getting to see the top 5. Okay. So energy, apparel, technology, banking. Okay. What I will do is I will also just ensure that I have that tab separately as well. Yeah. And just for the sake of calculation, we will map it over here as well. Cool. Okay. So with the normal query, I already got the top 5 industries. Fine. Now, what I will do is I will go for a second variable. I will name it as Q2. And what I will say is I will say group Q first. Okay. Because straight after loading, I'm coming to this query group Q first by, and I will just mention it as industry. Okay. Okay. This part is also done. Then what I'm going to do is I will just generate this part as it is. Okay. So this part is fine. I will just name the proper variable Q2. Cool. Okay. And I will run the query. So up till here also it is fine. It is displaying me all the industries, right? But I already got the top 5. Like up till here, I already got the top 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an offset right now because I have to skip the first 5. So I will just write offset U2 5. That's it. Okay. Now if I run the query, as you can see, I'm getting Okay, but before the offset, what I will also do is I will also do a order by, because I am skipping the first top five industry. Okay, the top five, which means I have to do an order by as well. Okay, so Q1 by, I mean, it was the same line as above what I've written, but that's fine. And now I will run the query. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's displaying me from manufacturer till the null industry. Everything has been displayed, skipping the top five, the first five industry in terms of the count. Okay. So this part is clear up till here. Now, the next process, what I'm going to follow is basically, I will again generate this one. Okay. So I will just generate this one, and maybe instead of displaying the industry step by step, I will just display it as other industries. Okay. So let me write it as other industries. And here, instead of count of Q2, what I will do is I will do a summation. Okay. So I will do a summation of A. Okay. That's it. Now let me run the query once. Now, as you can see, I'm just displaying the other industry. And basically what is happening is here, the count is coming as it is. Okay. Because whatever the grouping was there based on industry, I'm just displaying it as one line, other industry. Okay. And just that the summation is as it is, because there is hardly any summation which I'll be doing, right? So this A is giving me the count, and that count is displayed as it is, because it's like this industry, it is like grouped into one particular thing, right? So that's the next thing which I'm doing over here. So I'm just displaying the other industry, that's it, and just doing a summation of this. I would, because I'm not doing any grouping right now. And the next step will be, of course, doing the grouping. So Q2 equal to, what I will do is I will write group Q2 by, once again, it will be industry. Okay. And once again, I will just display this part as it is. Okay. So I will display this part, but right now I'm just going to write industry over here. Now, as you can see, this is the total sum, 666. So this is the total sum of the, like, other, excluding the first five industry. Okay, from manufacturing to this one, if you do the summation, you will get it as 666. We can quickly do the calculation ourselves as well. It won't take much time. So for example, okay, I never needed so many values. Okay, I will go to my compare table, and I will just do a, oh, sorry. Yeah, I will just do a summation. Okay. So total, you can see 1008, right? So very quickly in my calculator, I will do the summation for you. So it will be what? It will be nothing but 1008, right? Minus 77 minus 69 minus 67 minus 66 minus 63. You can see it is giving me 666, okay, which is fine. And of course, the final step will be, I will just write final equal to, let's say I write union of Q1 comma Q2. That's it. Okay. That's it. And here I will just do a run query. What it is saying, union. Okay. I think, sorry, this is not Q1. This will be Q. Sorry about that. Now, if you clearly see, like, here is my, I mean, if I go to chart mode, this is how it is. So here I'm seeing the top five. Okay. And this is the other industry. Like, I'm doing a complete summation of the rest of the industry, which is over here. Fine. So that's the thing about this one. Now, some of the important things, if you see, it's mainly to note about this one. See, this is a very simple query. You are just loading the first five industry. The issue, like the main thing which to understand is that, like, how I'm doing an offset up to here also, I think you are fine. You are skipping the first five. But what after that is, I'm just mapping, instead of individually displaying the industry, I'm just mapping it as other industry. Okay. And I'm just doing a summation of A, because till now, the industry is as it is. Industry is still grouped by, it's just that the total industry has been coming as other industry. That's why hardly there will be any summation, okay, in terms of the rows which are there, because here, we cannot do like calculation across the rows as of now what I'm explaining, because I'm not applying the window functioning. That is also possible, by the way, in SAQL. That is window function. But in a normal way, definitely we cannot do a summation in that manner, because the industry, because the industry is still separately it was coming, but it's just that everything I grouped into one. So instead of displaying separately, I'm just grouping as one particular name, that is other industry. Then I'm grouping, then I'm doing an industry over here. And finally, when this summation happens, basically whatever the rest of the rows is coming, that summation can happen over there. Okay. So we will try to understand this part step by step. So I hope you will get my point. Like this other industry up till this line number 11 was just to ensure that I generate this as other industry instead of displaying each one individually. Now, when I do the summation, basically this whole summation of having, because right now I'm grouping by, after that, if I group by industry, but right now I only have one industry, that is industry. That's why now it will be able to do the summation of this completely. Okay. So that is the whole concept over here. Fine. As you can see. Uh, Now, one question you might have is like, what if I just could have written this as A? Okay, instead of writing this summation, maybe I could have written A as A. Now, the problem with that is it will throw an error, because the thing is that whenever you're displaying any measure, let's wait for it. Yeah, this part also you can do fine. Like you are, because you are not doing any group by, right? So if you are not doing a group by, you can just display the summation also as it is. That will also work out for you. So yeah, this is also fine. And if I skip this, this will also give you the result, as you can see. Okay, cool. Now, one correction, what we can do is like, just for explanation, I actually map this query. Okay, but there's a shortcut to this. What I will do is like for this one, I will just map this over here. Okay, I will just map this line number over here, and I will just write count of Q2 as this. Okay, so I'm displaying the count of Q2 as this one. Fine. And for now, I will just comment out this line. So Q2 is equal to, for each Q2, generate other industry as industry and count of Q2 as A. And then of course we are doing the offset, we are doing, and if you see, I think up till here, the work is done. So let me run the query. Okay, so in this way also this can be done, where actually I'm just skipping, like I'm deleting one line, I'm just optimizing the query. Optimizing means I'm just writing in a less line of codes. Okay, so that's the thing. So what I ideally did is like, just for the sake of helping you to understand, I mapped it as q dot industry as industry. But other than that, I can directly write this one, like, for each Q2, generate other industries as industries over here. So first I'm grouping that, I'm taking that variable Q first, I'm generating the other industry directly over here. So let me just comment out this line up till here. Okay, so in the very beginning, instead of directly like displaying each of the industry, because I'm not interested in knowing each of the industry anyhow, right? I have to get the complete total. So directly I'm writing other industry as industry just after the grouping. Okay, and once that is done, of course, this part you have to follow. Okay, uh, now, but here, of course, the other industry is going to take everything, every industry. I mean, it will also take this particular top five also, energy, apparel. This industries are also being taken into consideration when you are doing the direct other industry over there. But after this, when I follow this particular logic, it will again display me in the other industry, excluding the top five, it will display the other ones. Okay, the other counts will come in picture over here, as you can see here. Okay, so for example, yeah. So from manufacturing is 63, that is coming over here. Fine. And finally, of course, I'm just doing a summation of that by finally grouping it by, as you can see. And finally, union, as you know, it's basically combining, right? So basically you will have two rows, but when I combine both of them, it will show up as the top five, and it's showing the last one as other industries. Cool. So yeah, I hope you understood this point. The main thing to note is like how we optimize this. Because just for the sake of explanation, I went in a step-by-step manner. But this is the way where you can actually find the top five industry, and the rest of the industries are going to get displayed as others. Okay. So let me write over here top five industries and rest of the industries. Maybe I can write summation of rest of the industry. Okay. Top five industry and summation of rest of the industry, something like that. So I can just save this. So So yeah, that is all about this video. I hope you understood like how we can find such things where we display the top five industry in terms of, I've written number of records, but usually it can be in terms of annual revenue. Like it can be in terms of sales. When you're dealing with any business which is related to sales, there we go for expected revenue or it can be amount. But yeah, just for simplicity, I've taken number of records. You can take annual revenue as well. So yeah, that is all about this video. I hope you understood this part where we can apply it, we have to understood the application of union. And of course, we also apply the function offset. So yeah, we will meet very soon in our next video. Thank you.